Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to another setting of Rage Across New York. As well, right after Chloe, the den mother of the Sept, someone she's been a member of the Sept of the Green for quite a while, has left and broke the backlink that connected her with her bag with her brothers. It broke. Simon has been trying to deal with it the way he knows how. He's been running pretty much ever since she left. Been a while, but he took lupus. He started running and hasn't stopped. And someone will notice him. He'll doesn't really. He probably doesn't notice them being completely in his head space. But Sosha will see a whitish, grayish lupus. She recognizes, and I'll say he comes. He's close enough. He sees that there are tears, and just she can still see him, but he'll just stop, and the wolf she sees just kind of falls on its side.
So, Saoirse, knowing that Chloe just left, and she had her own feelings about it, but it's she suspects that it's a little harder on packmates of her leaving. So, but she'll see Simon and she'll stop, and she's patrolling after Chloe left, and she's did what she did. She went back to her duty, and so yeah, she sees Simon and she'll approach him, and she'll look down at him, and she'll say, "What's going on?"
What rank is she again?
She's Adrian.
She's Adrian. So yeah, he's being very slow in his movement, but he'll show throat.
She'll kind of tap it with her foot, like not too hard, but she'll just kind of how people do. She's short, so she'll just kind of tap Simon's throat with her foot.
I'm still lying down. Goes. She left.
I
Just
know.
like everybody else does.
She sighs, sort of an exasperated sigh. So you're upset that she left. I understand that, I do. But you know that she's alive, that you can talk to her, and she's not going to be, even though she's no longer of your pack and cut off your link, does not mean that she won't be part of your life. She's not dead, Simon. And here you are laying around acting like she is. What kind of respect is that for an Athra of the nation?
Not just her. My brother left, and he's a whole other story. She's the enemy now. And then found someone. And they left too. Gwen left. Then Karcher left. Then William. Now she leaves too. No, maybe disrespectful to them, but I feel never enough reason for people to stay.
One thing that you have to realize is that it's not about you most of the time. Garu especially are going to do what they want to do, where their path takes them. And honestly, we're not the type of people that stay in one spot for very long. There's sure some Garu that reside on the same sept their whole life, but most are going to go from sept to sept wherever their lives and missions take them, sometimes with their packs, sometimes not. And it's not a mark against you or who you are. It's just what they are doing, where their lives take them. Alana left me. She went back to the Amazon because that's what made her happy. And some would say that I abandoned her because I broke up our pack. She and I were raised together. I considered her a sister, even though she was a metis. But I didn't lay around like the world was ending.
Oh,
sure, I was hurt, absolutely. But I didn't make a show of it, and I carried on with my duty. And I've done that through the many losses that I've been through. And not just people leaving, but people dying. And it hurts. And everyone that leaves or dies takes a little part of you with them. And leaves holes. And while they heal, the scars remain. But how you deal with it, how you get through it, is a testament to who you are as a person, as a Garu. You are a foster in a room. You shouldn't be lying here on the training grounds wallowing because your packmate left. What you should be doing is going seeking out your remaining packmate and spending time with him, and both of you sitting around and sharing stories and memories.
no, you're right. It's just hard.
I know it's hard. I know it is. Believe me, I know. I've suffered. I know. But wallowing in self-pity and wondering what it is wrong with you isn't going to do anybody any good, Simon. And believe me, I know that too. Doing just that, letting the loss of someone crush me so badly that I didn't want to do anything, almost cost me the position of tail singer. So I'm not telling you this to rain on your parade or be harsh. I'm saying learn from my mistakes, push through, spend time with those that are still here, that care about you, that want to know you. And you go on and you keep fighting.
That I'll keep going. I can't let anyone or anything get in the way of my duty, what I must do.
Exactly. I've known Chloe a long time, since almost a year. She and I, we fought together. We've cried together, laughed together. We've lost people together. We've also had our differences. We didn't get along at times, been on opposite sides of the coin. But her leaving, it hurts me too. I looked up to her. She was an Adrian Galliard when I first started, when I first got here. And I challenged her for 2 ranks. And I learned a lot from her. And it's hard and it hurts that she's gone. But I wish her well, and I hope that she finds what she's looking for. And I carry on with my duty. Right after she left, I carried on with my guardian patrols. Find something that brings you peace, whether it be singing or meditating or reading or something, just anything that brings you peace. You're not making a show of wallowing in your grief. It's unbecoming of a foster in a room.
And he'll nod. And he'll take Hamid, take Stan to take Hamid. Then we live. I'd like to say something that no, it's not true. I'd like to say that I can try my hardest. And I can be the best, even if I were the best, at protecting.
It's not about.
In the end, I know I will always lose. And I'll lose more people. I have to learn to deal with it.
You do. And I'd like to say that it gets easier, but it doesn't. But I will say that someone leaving hurts way less than someone dying. Because you know that you will never, almost never see that person again. Because most likely, the person that died is of a different tribe. You won't see their ancestor spirit. Unless you summon them, but it's not going to be the same. They won't come back. They'll never be there again. And when it's someone like a glasswalker that doesn't become an ancestor spirit, there's virtually no hope of ever seeing them again. Then I'm going to tell you something. Something that I don't tell many people. When I was with the Shadowrunners, and Teresa was my alpha, she and I fell in love. And I lost her. And the last thing she said to me before she died in the pack link was, "I love you." It was the first and only time I've ever got to hear it pass her lips. And I live with that. And I hear that every day in my head because I can't forget it. I have perfect memory. Not that I'd want to, but to hear her dying breath in my head. She shakes her head. It's not pain that I would wish on anybody, Simon. I really hope that you never know the pain of someone dying and hearing their last breath in your head and their link cut off. I pray that that never happens to you. It's happened to me twice. So you might think that you know the pain now, but you really don't. And I hope that you don't. I don't want anybody to go through what I've been through at all.
Sorry.
We carry on because we have to, because we're Garu and we're Gaia's warriors. Everything we do is for Gaia. No matter what happens, no matter who we love, no matter who we cherish. It doesn't compare to serving Gaia. And that is a lesson that has been hard learned for me. She blinks her tears back and she wipes away the few that have fallen. She'll reach out and she'll squeeze Simon's hand.
the hand that takes his shell. He'll like take it with his other hand, so he's got like both. Her hands in both his hands.
So which would you rather do, Simon? Would you rather wallow in self-pity or remember those that you've lost, cherish the memories, and keep moving forward with your head held high and make each and every strike from this moment on for them?
If I let it get to me, if I let it turn me down, then it will be a disrespect to the people who's left that I care about. People I've lost. And it will make my mother right. Can't have any of that.
She'll smile. Good.
To respect have to be there. To be living memories to the people who have left this set. And I have to prove my mother that just because I'm a child of Gaia doesn't mean I'm any less strong.
She'll nod.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime you need a dose of harsh reality, just hit me up. She'll smile and chuckle. It might be my job as a Galliard, and even a Fiona, to make sure that the tales go, but most of the time, we're all the ones who tell the tales, because everybody that we've lost, everyone that's touched our lives, live on in us. So remember that. While it's my duty as a Galliard, as the tale singer, to tell the tales elegantly and whatever light I choose to spin them in, it's everyone's job to carry on the memories and to tell tales in your own right.
Nod. The galleon of my pack left. Somebody's got to tell the tale of what we did.
She'll nod. So why don't you tell me what you did, and I'll retell it.
You know, how it started. Murder Hobo had heard of a bronze Abrus hilt, and so he asked Chloe to bring that back as a challenge. She was allowed to bring us with her, and so we went to seek Zoe, so that we could speak to a spirit that knew it was. We spoke to Ares. He said that he knew it was, that we had to prove ourselves and our worth if we wanted to know what it was. He gave us two different tasks. Well, a choice of two different tasks. and we chose to go to Texas and fight 3 thunderworms. And so we went, and there was a canyon, and with the help of Jacob, we decided to go by the side so that if they were in the canyon, they could block our way, either in the front or at the back. We saw them, got them by surprise, and in the first strike, we did Heres redeeming daughter nearly killed biggest the biggest thunderworm I have ever seen. And you know what I've seen. We've been through we fought a war in the hellhole. This was the biggest thunderworm I have ever seen. She nearly killed it within a strike, and Jacob and I took care of one other. It wasn't long before there was only one thunderworm, and with the 3 members of the Striders of Ice and Concrete alive and well. Well, it might have been a thunderworm, it might have been powerful, but it didn't stand a chance anymore. We killed it. It joined its brothers in the land of death. So, when we went back to Ares, he told us that the person that last held the labyrinth hilt, was in Greece. So, before going to Greece, we stopped. Obviously, I don't know where it was before, but I'll say the place where another sept welcomed us and said that if the Sept of the Green or if the Striders of Ice and Concrete ever needed help, it was there. So we enjoyed the night with them, and they showed us how grateful they were to have us among them. It was something that was great to see. I'm a fourth son. I may not be clear, but I was greeted so with such respect by by ranks, people that rank higher than me, way higher than me. So we went to Greece, where we found a statue. Well, not a statue, it was someone to look like Chloe, some some ancestor of hers. And she was frozen, but it wasn't long before she came back to life. We came to see her, and for touching her, she came to. Her first reaction was to attack Chloe, but we managed to be quick enough to defend her. We explained to her that we wanted the labyrinth hilt and that we were servants of Gaia too, that we needed the labyrinth hilt to defend Gaia. It said that it was frozen. She told us that she was frozen because of the last monster she fought. And that down the stairs that were just next to us laid a great monster, a kraken. A kraken that was ages old. And so we went, not looking back, to fight a monster of legends, a monster that was centuries old. We fought it with all of our hearts. We fought it as a pack, cutting down all of its tentacles till it had none. And then, I took my role as an Rune, and I dived through it, driving my claws through the monster. I jumped right through it, tearing a hole in its neck and tearing its head apart. Chloe's ancestors thanked us and opened what was literally Pandora's box. For that was what the Kraken was protecting. When she reached into the box, she turned to us and showed us the head of Medusa. We were turned to stone, but before we lost consciousness, we saw her drive her sword through Athena's stomach. She was chosen by Athena, and she had betrayed not only the Guru nation, but also Athena herself, the one that she was supposed to protect alongside Gaia. It had 7 hours passed before we gained consciousness again. And Hera told us that she wanted revenge. Athena is her daughter, and she had just been killed. Beyond that, Olympus was being attacked by the person who killed her daughter. And so we ran to protect Mount Olympus. On the way, we were told that it wasn't going to be simple, that there was going to be tests to see if we were right. The first test was for all of us. There was a woman there. She told us that her daughter was getting attacked by wolves. It was hard that we couldn't turn back. The lesson that we were then is lives will always be lost. But sometimes you have to make a sacrifice. You have to analyze which choice will mean the less amount of death. So we said that we couldn't turn back, that we had to go fight the enemy, had to go fight the worm. We continued, and then we were together physically, but I think somewhere we're separated. We all saw different things from that point on. Or what Jacob and Chloe saw is to them. They will tell the tale if they wish. But what I saw was my brother. Saw him trapped like so many years ago. Well, no, it wasn't 7 years ago. But I saw him trapped back when I was a cub and we were supposed to hunt him down. He was trapped by a silver bear trap. His leg was caught. And he couldn't move. So I decided, well, I didn't have a choice. I let him go because the way he was there wasn't the way he is now, it was the way he was before. Still a servant of Gaia, still a get, and not a black sparrow dancer. So I let him free, and he ran. Ares came to me and asked me what I wanted to do. I said that I wanted to save him. That, that I realized that what I saw in front of me then wasn't a direct experience. It was a memory. It served to remind me that what is in the past is in the past. It reminded me that as a rune foster, I should be doing more than what I am doing now. And I looked him in the eyes and I said, I knew that I was still standing. I'm still alive. As long as I'm still alive, it means I can still make it. I have to remember that what's in the past is in the past. But what's in front of me is what's important. What's in the now and what I can do in the further, what I'll be able to do further in the future is more important. He asked me if I wanted to save my brother, and I said yes. But I knew that there was a possibility that I might have to kill him. So he let me through. And then we fought a guru each. Ancestors, guru that were old and powerful. And Chloe fought her ancestor. And as if it was orchestrated by Gaia herself, or by time itself, we took them down at nearly, each of us took down our opponent at nearly the same time. So God thanked us. Poseidon freaking invited us to drink with him. And Zeus gave us deep names. He told Chloe that she did not need a new name, for she was Hera's daughter, and Hera being the wife of Zeus, she was also his daughter, and so she became Hera's redeeming daughter, savior of Olympus. And he told Jacob that it was not honorable for Silverfang to get a new name like the rest of the guru. So he did not give him one. He simply called him Jacob Clay, savior of Olympus. And he looked at me and said that even as a god, he was proud of me as I fought with bravery, even if I was just a foster. I was a foster fighting alongside Adrian's and what's after Foster? After Adrian, I mean, or is he
After.
after Adrian's and
After.
Athros? I was fighting alongside Adrian's and Athros, and he called me his shield and called me Aegis protector, savior, much like this. Came back to the green after being in mountain. And although we learned a hard lesson, we learned a lesson that built us, that made us stronger. We learned from the past, and this was Chloe's challenge. That was a lesson to us in the pack. A lesson to every single, to all members of the Fighters of Ice company.
She nods, and she'll smile at him and she'll say, "Now, I want you to think about what you told me and the lessons that you learned from that challenge. And I want you to really look at yourself and ask yourself why you're reverting back to a behavior that you learned before you learned these lessons. Because that challenge taught you all you needed to know about dealing with somebody moving on, leaving you behind. It's not about you. It's about them."
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay. No.
He'll smile. No. I can't show weakness like that anymore.
Sure.
My lesson. I can't let it get to me.
We all have moments of weakness where we revert to past behavior. It happens to all of us. Just don't let me catch you wallowing in self-pity on the training grounds again, all right?
I won't.
Do that shite in private. Not out where everyone can see it. Now, I will make sure that the tale gets told. I may talk to Jacob about his perspective as well before I tell it. And, but I've got to get back to patrolling. Because though people leave and die, the nation carries on. The war carries on. We don't have much time to stop and think and feel. So savor the moments that you get and don't waste them on feeling sorry for yourself. And she'll reach over and squeeze his shoulder and give him a soft smile, and then she'll carry on about her business.
Yeah, she leaves Simon with a smile. Look at her leaving for a little bit and then look to the sky. And with a genuine smile, I'll say, I am Aegis shield of Zeus and shield of Gaia. I will be a shield for the entire nation, and I will protect the nation from physical harm and emotional harm. And if that harm comes to me, I will deal with it. For I am Simon Faust. Unicorn. No, I am Simon Faust. A rune and a child of unicorn. And with that, we can end this in there. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and thank you, player, for playing. Good night.